are in the southwest of Mauritius, a region so rich with history and untouched nature. Now, let's explore all of this together. Welcome to Bel Ombre. I'll be staying in Bel Ombre for 6 nights, and I'm so excited because we have a lot of things planned. My home for the week will be at 2 different resorts, Heritage Le Telfair and Heritage Awali. Although these 2 hotels are under the same brand, Heritage Resorts, and literally next door to each other, they offer 2 different experiences. But let's start from the beginning. To fully understand where we are, we must travel back in time. See, this place isn't magical only because of its rare beauty. Historically, the Bel Ombre territory was an important spot. As early as the 18th century, the explorers who sailed around Mauritius mentioned this simple village. It was barely accessible, but a place they loved because of how picturesque and peaceful it was. In 1789, the French botanist and writer Bernardin de Saint-Pierre, known for his novel Paul and Virginie, settled here, followed by the botanist Pierre Poivre, who vividly described how well received he was at Bel Ombre. The great nations were interested in Mauritius because it was a valuable hub located strategically in the Indies route, which was the main trade route at the time, importing products like spices, porcelain, silk, and more. Many were fighting to gain control over this important place. The Dutch, French, and British established control over Mauritius at different points in history, from the 17th to the 19th century. Here, sugarcane farming played a vital role, and Bel Ombre is among the areas where sugarcane cultivation began during the colonial era, shaping Mauritius' economy, culture, and society. Bel Ombre is something out of a movie. It's incredibly scenic, with a lot of mountains, forests, beachy coastlines, and wildlife. So I've made it to the beautiful 5-star resort, Heritage Le Telfair. And as I enter, I can almost feel it in the air. This place is all about elegant intimacy, wellness, and effortless luxury. But let's define the word luxury. Traditional luxury is usually defined as conspicuous, consumed in excess. However, here, luxury are the rare places we get to explore with intention, holidays with a positive impact. It's about connecting with local communities and the place, truthfully and authentically, while staying considerate of the integrity of people and our common home. I actually found this hotel because they are a member of the small luxury hotels of the world. Heritage Le Telfair is also included in their Considerate collection, which is a short list of green hotels around the world that operate sustainably and impact positively. Heritage Le Telfair is named after Charles Telfair, who was an Irish botanist and a great figure in Mauritian history. Not only did he introduce a variety of new plants on the island, Telfair enriched the island's biodiversity and introduced new tools to the agricultural development. Most importantly, Telfair played an important role in the abolition of slavery during the 19th century. He fought for human rights, education, and pushed for new laws, promoting social justice and equality in Mauritius. It's clear that this resort is steeped in history, paying homage to its colonial heritage with graceful plantation-style architecture. It's filled with beautiful details, surrounded by lush gardens. It's a charming nod to the past while offering a modern experience. I also like that each suite is named after a location in Mauritius. It deepens that connection to the island's history. Even the main restaurant here, Annabella's, is named after Charles Telfair's wife. Personalized service is definitely in focus here, which is why each suite comes with a butler, or a so-called resident host. This is Josie, by the way, our Clé d'Or concierge who's been working here for 8 years. Josie and her team just radiate warmth, and you truly feel at home here. I love that the majority of the team members are from the Bel Ombre region. It feels authentic, like I'm visiting their home. If you love staying active during your holiday, Heritage Le Telfair is a place for you. After my long flight, I was challenged to a game of paddle by Lionel, one of the resort's fitness coaches, and although I didn't win today, a new adventure awaits around the corner. Still within the playground of Bel Ombre, and just a couple of minutes away from the resort, lies this spectacular Bel Ombre Nature Reserve. It's part of the UNESCO Man and Biosphere program, and today we're visiting the transition zone, where man and nature thrive in harmony. There are several protection zones which have been protected by UNESCO since 1977. The core zone is restricted to the general public because it's used for scientific research and for conserving some of the very last species of the island's endemic flora and fauna. The island's native forest now represents only 2% of the surface of Mauritius, and the majority is here in Bel Ombre. This is a sanctuary to a good number of endemic plants and animals protected by the Mauritius Wildlife Foundation and other local stakeholders. As we roam the 1,300 hectares of blissful forest, hidden trails and grassland, we were surrounded by panoramic views of the island. You can explore this guided tour by quad bikes, a safari land cruiser, or simply by foot. Discovery tours between 2 and 5 hours. We were lucky enough to get a glimpse of the graceful white-tailed tropic bird, green parakeet, a kestrel, a herd of rusa deer, and bats. Lastly, we visited 2 waterfalls up close to Forest Bathe. This is a guided trek by foot through the tropical forest to reach this. If you ever get a chance to stand under the healing powers of a waterfall in the wild, take it. We've made it to Cavendish Bar at Heritage Le Telfair. Cavendish is the name of a banana variety, the most common type, and the first kind grown in England. It was actually Charles Telfair who sent it to Lord William Cavendish, hence the name. Stepping inside, I'm transformed back to English tradition. Again, a nod to the past. The relaxed atmosphere sways to the tunes of the piano, a cozy retreat for us to unwind and socialize. Here, you'll find the island's most extensive selection of botanical gins and rums. And a couple of Mauritian rum cocktails later, it's time to dine. When staying at any of the Heritage resorts, you get access to 13 restaurants across the domain. And tonight I'm going to dine at Jinja, which is a Pan-Asian restaurant set here on the beach at Heritage Le Telfair. I loved this restaurant. It captures both simplicity and tradition, as well as extraordinary celebration. Classics like pad thai and fish cooked in banana leaf share the same menu as sizzling lobster and incredible sushi platters. I booked a seat at their popular teppanyaki counter hosted by Chef Joseph. If you love delicious dining and a great culinary show, you'll have to put this on your to-do list. So today I've decided to unwind a bit. I'm visiting the spa, and later this evening I'm dining at an old plantation house, which is said to be one of Mauritius' best kept secrets. The 7 Colors Spa at Heritage Le Telfair is a 2,000 square meter oasis to disconnect. And it's everything you'd want a spa to have, including complete privacy. I booked their popular Mauritian massage, which uses unique local techniques to relieve neck and head tension. I
love that everything here is tailored. As I was sitting down, they asked me to choose one of 7 colors, and each color is paired with our 7 chakras.
I chose yellow, which represents optimism and self-confidence. And with that, the therapist balances my energies during the treatment for physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being.
The tailored experience doesn't end there. Staying at Heritage Le Telfair also invites you to join their Wellness Bliss program. Think of it as a personalized itinerary designed for you to reach a specific goal during your stay.
Whether you want to detox, lose weight, or improve your sleep, it's a transformative journey, a series of holistic activities to reach your goal, adjusted to the length of your stay.
This was soul nurturing, customized from start to finish, and the spa therapist even caught the fact that I love yoga, so she invited me for a yoga session later at sunset.
As I headed back to my room, I couldn't help but notice the strong fragrance of orchids and lilies. Apparently, this is a flower workshop, and the florist Vicky explained that he visits the resort every Tuesday to teach guests the art of creating tropical bouquets. And in true Telfair spirit, I had to join. Vicky also told me that a must-do when you're in Bel Ombre is a bay-to-bay discovery tour, and that's essentially a guided route that you can take either by car or, like me, an electric bike. Let's go. A couple of minutes from the resort, this unique bay-to-bay discovery tour takes you back in time. 11 stops introduce you to the history and culture of Mauritius. Our guide told us about the first settlers and significant events that have shaped the island's history. And of course, a buffet of secret spots, breathtaking nature, and some of the most beautiful coastal roads. One spot that stood out to me was Makonde, a peninsula cliff that not only is a stunning viewpoint, but a place that carries a story. It's believed that the name Makonde originates from when runaway slaves from the Makonde tribe of Mozambique came to seek refuge here. The winding road and the ocean lapping against the rocks, the view from up here is almost otherworldly. Back at the resort, I bumped into Chloe, who oversees the sustainability efforts at Heritage Resorts. She told me that Heritage Le Telfair is a certified Green Key hotel since 2017. That's a prestigious international achievement, awarded to hotels that meet strict standards of sustainable operations. Heritage Resorts' sustainability initiatives target 5 impact zones, such as switching to a low-carbon and circular economy, preserving the ecosystem, and positively impacting its local community. And you notice it right away, from a zero-waste approach across the resort to their marine ecosystem conservation program. Nearly all ingredients are sourced locally, and they even provide their own water bottles that are filled at the resort. The sun is about to set, and I'm ready to join a class of Hatha Yoga, here in the heart of nature. As soon as we started, I felt it, the strength of my own body through a sequence of postures and controlled breathing, the force of nature hugging us, the warm air and the birds chirping. This was such an empowering experience. I feel refreshed, I feel deeply grateful. You're like one with nature. You're disconnecting to reconnect, and I'm just so glad I did this. We made it to the stunning Château de Bel Ombre, a 19th century colonial mansion that hides many secrets. Not only is it located in this beautiful setting, Le Château de Bel Ombre is also the historic landmark of the region. In 1810, a wealthy Indian national, Mr. Haji Zakaria Ahmed, conceived this mansion from afar. Surprisingly, he'd never set foot in Mauritius and wasn't able to see with his own eyes this National Historic Landmark he'd commissioned. As if unaffected by the whims of time, I felt like I was transferred back to the 19th century. The furnitures, the silence, the perfectly manicured French gardens. It feels like poetry. It's as if time stands still here, and it's so peaceful. And as the story goes, this intendant's tree is 200 years old. Providing shade, it has witnessed the history of this place and symbolizes everlasting nature. You can even spend a night here in their suite on the first floor. It comes with butler service and a heavenly breakfast served on the veranda. As the evening unfolded, we were seated to enjoy a delicious dinner. The menus are truly designed to celebrate Mauritian elegance with locally sourced ingredients from farm to fork, presented one course after another. As we were about to call it a night, our sommelier Ornella invited us to her well-curated wine cellar. While enjoying our dessert wine, she shared some incredible anecdotes about this place, and she told us about the monthly dinner events held here, hosted by Michelin star chefs and winemakers from around the world. One thing is for sure, the Château de Bel Ombre cannot be described, it has to be experienced. It was by far one of the most memorable evenings I've ever had. What I truly love about Bel Ombre is the long stretch of beach you have surrounding the area. This morning I woke up really early to take a walk around the resort, and it feels like the beach is just never ending. It's those simple pleasures, watching the sunrise and a private breakfast on the beach. My butler Alan ensured I had a beautiful start to my day, and I truly had the best time. Funny enough, after my breakfast and a morning swim, a fisherman waved me down. He had just returned from the morning's catch and insisted I tried his prized treasure of the day. And here I am, savoring the most delicious fish called capitaine, drizzled with fresh lemon. I just love these unexpected moments of kindness. Next, I'm visiting World of Seashells. It's home to one of the world's most beautiful shell collections. 1,500 species and 8,000 shells are on display right here. Mr. Beale, a passionate Mauritian shell collector, has spent many years collecting seashells from around the world. Driven by his concern for ecosystems and species, his collection dates back to his parents, who passed it on to him. Here, we learned about the mathematical proportions of the golden ratio seen in both nature and architecture. Honestly, I didn't know shells have been used by man throughout time as currency, as art, and as medicine. In Mauritius, we are not allowed to collect corals or seashells without a prior permit. I could be here for hours. This is a mesmerizing, educational, and entertaining experience for all ages. From seashells to seaplanes, I'm about to explore the incredible landscapes of Mauritius from above, taking off and landing here in the lagoon. And just like that, we're above the iconic Le Morne mountain and the famous underwater waterfall. While the pilot pointed out the most iconic spots and swept past the resorts, he shared fun facts about the island. Did you know Mauritius was formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago? I've always wanted to try kite surfing, and apparently this is the perfect spot to learn. Stocking all the latest equipment and offering lessons for all levels, these guys have it all. Bel Ombre is a hidden jewel with perfect kiting conditions located far away from the crowds. A spacious lagoon gives you protected flat water on the inside, and waves further out on the reef. And then it happened. The moment of pure magic. The force of nature reminded me of her presence, and time stood still. This is pure freedom. The sun is just beginning to peek over the mountains, and I'm up early because today I'm going to swim with dolphins, and for me this is truly a bucket list moment. Swimming with dolphins in Mauritius is done in a responsible manner to avoid stressing these beautiful creatures. The early morning is when they're the most active and playful. As we cruised through the crystal clear waters, our guide shares some fascinating facts. Did you know, relative to body size, dolphins have the largest brain among all animals? My heart raced when we spotted our first pod of dolphins, a moment of thrill and an unforgettable experience. Swimming with dolphins is not just an adventure, it's a gentle reminder of the beauty and wonders of nature that we must protect. It's time to check in at Heritage Awali, located right next door to Heritage Le Telfair. Although these two resorts are physically connected, they are significantly different. Heritage Awali welcomes us with warm colors and wooden details. It's clear from the moment I enter that this place celebrates its heritage and is inspired by its African roots. In Swahili, Awali means origin or beginning, an ode to where it all started and a great beginning to your Mauritian adventure. Along the tributes to its African roots, this place is designed for families and has been awarded the best 5-star all-inclusive resort in Mauritius. It's effortless, affordable luxury. Here you're invited to focus on what really matters, enjoying moments with your loved ones. While savoring my freshly grilled lobster at Infinity Blue with its stunning ocean views, I truly felt that the soul of this resort exudes warmth and generosity. My next few days will be spent here at the Heritage Awali beachfront villa. 3 bedrooms and over 300 square meters of full privacy, perfect to spend quality time with friends and family. Set under the stars, tonight we'll be experiencing the boma at Heritage Awali. Boma is a Swahili word for enclosure, traditionally where tribesmen protect and provide for their communities. The atmosphere here is mesmerizing, intimate, authentic. Sharing a fireside meal is a vital part of traditional African culture. The Mauritian feast is prepared over the coals, and I wish you could smell the aromas. The majestic drums, the dance, and the fire shower us with color and life. This is the true spirit of Mauritius, simply unforgettable. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played golf since I was maybe 12 years old, but I'm gonna give it a go. So today we're gonna visit 2 golf courses in Bel Ombre, and they're just a couple of minutes away from both heritage resorts. First up is the award-winning Heritage Golf Club, consecutively recognized as the Indian Ocean's best golf course by the World Golf Awards. Set between majestic mountains and idyllic ocean views, I see why golfers love this place. This is Supreme Golfing since 2004. It holds the region's only 45-hole golf course with 2 DP World Tour hosting courses. In collaboration with the renowned golf coach David Ledbetter, they also offer a Golfson Ledbetter Golf Academy. That's the first and only coaching center of its kind in the Indian Ocean. Krishna, my golf coach, dusted off my old skills, and I must say, after a few swings and putts, I think I still got it. Curious to see the second golf course, we drove a couple of minutes to higher grounds. So this is La Réserve Golf Links, a groundbreaking addition to the golfing scene. And as you can see, it's carved into the beautiful coastline. Co-designed by former Open champion Louis Oosthuizen and famous golf course architect Peter Matkovic, this is the first and only contemporary links course in the Indian Ocean since 2023. Breathtaking views from every hole. This is a dramatic golfing adventure for all levels. Did you know the word links comes from the Scots language, referring to rising ground or ridge? Historically, farmers repurposed sandy land into golf courses, bridging the unused gap between farmland and sea. The course design prioritizes ecological diversity. Former sugarcane fields have turned into lush, rolling grassland. Right next to the UNESCO-protected nature reserve, this golf course harmoniously integrates with its natural surroundings. This is the first golf course in the Indian Ocean to have received the GEO certification as early as the conception stage. Next, it's time to visit the iconic Chamarel. So Chamarel got its name from Charles Antoine de Chamarel, and he was a French landowner who settled here in the area during the 18th century. 10 million years ago, Mauritius was formed by gigantic volcanic eruptions on the ocean floor and built up layers of lava and ash. Over time, wind, rain, and sunshine broke down the hardened lava into brown soil, but with the exception of this place, Chamarel 7-Colored Earth Geopark. Here, instead of only brown soil, we see 7 colors: red, brown, violet, green, blue, purple, and yellow. That's because the lava rocks of this specific valley was rich in minerals, which gave the earth these beautiful colors. While Bel Ombre is primarily known for its sugarcanes, coffee farming has also played a role in its history. In recent years, Chamarel has seen a revival of coffee production with local farmers growing high-quality Arabica coffee beans in the fertile soil of the area. Being a coffee lover myself, I had to explore the Chamarel coffee plantation, which is the only one in Mauritius, see the coffee making process, and of course, taste a cup of freshly brewed coffee. After seeing Chamarel and its landmarks, I enjoyed a lunch at the Chamarel Restaurant. This signature restaurant serves refined traditional Creole cuisine. Soulful, authentic local cooking is paired with this jaw-dropping sight of Le Morne Peninsula, Black River, and its vibrant village. It's time to head back to the airport, but before we do, I just have one last thing on my wish list, and that's to see Mauritius from a helicopter. "3,000 feet up, everything looks like a piece of art from up here. The illusion of the underwater waterfall at Le Morne gets me every time. Cutting through the sky at over 200 kilometers per hour, I felt like a bird observing the world, and I think I took 1,000 pictures. These are moments I'll cherish forever. As we slowly descended, I realized something. Bel Ombre is a destination within the destination of Mauritius. The Bel Ombre art de vivre, meaning the art of living, truly shines bright here. The healing powers of nature are always present, and as we honor the past, we celebrate and protect the present. As much as I will miss this island, I will miss its people even more. It's a feeling I rarely get when leaving a place, but it was different here. At Heritage Resorts, the team is more than just employees. They've become my friends. It's everything and beyond what I expected Mauritian hospitality to be. So here we are, 6 days later, and I'm so grateful to have spent these beautiful memories with you. One thing worth mentioning is that some activities, like the World of Seashells and the Seven-Colored Earth, are actually activities included, free of charge, as part of your stay with Heritage Resorts. If you want to experience what I've experienced, then the concierges at the resorts are really helpful in designing and planning your stay. Everything here is tailor-made, whether you come as a family, a group of friends, or as a couple. If you're already at the resort, you just have to book via their in-resort app or through their resort concierge. Otherwise, make sure to visit their website, heritageresorts.mu. À bientôt!